Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Just gonna jump on here and do a quick video for you guys. At the moment, I'm just trying to pick out which deck I want to use, and I actually think, oops, sorry. Whoopsie, hang on, I gotta move this, because my cord's in my way. I'm just gonna jump right in here, and I think I want to use this Zen deck. I think that's what I want to use. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well. At the time that I'm recording this video, we are just about in the new moon, I believe, and I believe it's a new moon in Taurus. Lots of big energy around right now. Lots of, where do I even begin, right? There's like this energy coming in with this new moon, kind of, again, I'm not like a professional astrologer, but I follow along here and there. But I just like, I feel it so much, and I'm sure that there's like a whole name for this transit and stuff, but there is a huge emphasis right now. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera a little bit. There is a huge emphasis right now on like this energy of like, okay, and like, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to apply this? Or how are you going to, like, I feel like we've been put in positions where we're like reevaluating, and we're looking at situations and we're like, okay, this situation is what it is what it is right now. What are my options? What can I do? What resources do I have available? It's like a decision for something that maybe, again, that has been delayed, and that's been a theme that I've been picking up on, with something being kind of delayed and then here it comes, right? This is really interesting. So I'm going to pull some cards and see what else I can get. But with this like new moon, I really feel like if you've been taking time out to like reflect, it's like there's a time coming up now. Sorry, my cat is trying to get out. Hold on, let me let him out. This is a time. Here you go. Okay. Sorry about that. He was about to start like jumping up at the door. I'm like anyway, so this is a time where, interestingly enough, like doors could be opening for you, and it's like, what are you gonna do about it, right? So I think the elements that we want to start with, I'm getting pulled to like air and earth. So let's do air first, right? So I feel like there's this moment where there's a stillness, right? There's a stillness that's gonna come, and in this like moment of stillness is like kind of this like, I kind of want to call it like an epiphany moment. I don't know. It's kind of like an epiphany moment, I guess. I feel like if you're being pulled out to like nature right now, Like if you feel really connected to nature, if you like feel like you want to go camping, if you feel like you want to go spend time in nature, I feel like it's a really good opportunity to do that. And I feel like just be aware of the areas that you're in, because I know there's a lot of weather-related stuff going on, especially fires and stuff on the East Coast. So just be aware of that. You know, travel safely, be aware of stuff, you know, stay up to date on stuff like that. And always, you know, if you're going to national parks, check up on their websites, just, you know, be informed. But if you can spend time in nature, or like have a moment of stillness, I feel like you're going to find something out. And it's like the answer is within you. Yeah, I don't feel like you're dealing with a lot of people at the moment. I feel like you're actually kind of going the opposite direction. So if you're like, let's say like dominant air signs, right? Like Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, there might be a moment of stillness coming up for you guys, or whoever's in air, or, you know, moves in air a lot, or finds themselves in that energy a lot. There's going to come a moment of stillness, really interestingly enough, because air doesn't like to stay in one place for too long, especially mentally. So for air to completely find stillness, it's got to be like a perfect condition, right? It's got to be almost like a perfect storm. Because air is interesting. Because it's like air is movement. It moves. It's free. It doesn't have any bounds, right? But when air becomes still, that's important. That's significant. And I'll show you the cards I'm looking at. I know my lighting's not really the best. I can't pick the card up. Yeah, my lighting's not really the best, but it's okay. You can still see the cards. So I have integration and existence. And I have two other cards I haven't even read yet, sitting here. But I am really being pulled to this stillness. I feel like a lot of y'all are being called into nature, or into a place of stillness, a place of quiet. I mean, you might even like spend time in a garden, or I don't know, somewhere where you find stillness. Let's move forward here. Again with the stillness, like, yeah. So you have guidance and you have harmony. And it's like, look at the imagery on those cards. You see, especially with the other ones. And I'm kind of like fumbling over my words a little bit. Like I'm kind of like it's hard for me to like get my words out. So like I don't know if you're in like a meditative sleep state or something. Like I'm just showing the cards on the camera right now. But it's like this really like beautiful, quiet, serenity, sleepy state. Like I almost feel like I'm not awake. This is interesting. But this is very like meditative and very spiritual and very connected and very like, I almost want to say like divine. Like I feel like you're being guided in a situation where it's for the best of your mental health, if that makes sense. like, I don't know, if you're dealing with a situation, maybe it's a lot to deal with. And it's like, hey, time to focus on you for a little while, time to take some time out, maybe go camping for the weekend, maybe go, you know, I don't know, to the beach for the weekend, go to the pond for the weekend, go to the lake for the weekend, somewhere near a body of water, somewhere out in nature, somewhere that brings you peace, somewhere where maybe you can connect with the sky, where you can see the stars. I mean, you could even, like, go outside in your own backyard if that's available, you know, like, wherever you can find that, like, peace of mind, that stillness, that quiet. There's something here for that. I don't know. You're being pulled in a direction, and I feel like it might be a certain location. And it's like this location keeps popping up, or you keep seeing this location, and you're like, okay, this is like the 25th time I have heard about this place, or someone's mentioned it, or, you know, like something, you know, and you're like, you know what, maybe I should go. Maybe I should just go get away for a little while. You know, why not? Try something new. I get an energy here where it's like unlocking a new area of oneself. Like, maybe if you were the type of person that maybe has never been into, like, spending time in nature, like, maybe you just never experienced it, maybe you lived in a city and, you know, just never went camping. Maybe you've never spent time out in nature like that. And you're like, you know what, I just feel really called to, like, try something new. And I feel like you're going to really enjoy it. I feel like it's going to be very meditative. I feel like it's going to be very spiritual. I feel like it's going to be very harmonious to your mind. It's going to be good. Like, it'll be positive. But I feel like it's definitely very guided here. If I could get the card up. Like, this card is a very guided card, because it's actually depicting, like, a guide kind of pulling someone in a direction. I don't know, maybe you're taking a couple steps back, like, really see the bigger picture in something. Maybe you're, like, going somewhere new, and you're, like, traveling somewhere new, but it's like maybe you're not camping, but maybe you're just doing a lot of nature activities. And it's like maybe you'll, like, come across a spot where you visit, and it's just like something clicks. Like, it could be a garden center, it could be like one of those garden places, the real big flower gardens. Like, I don't know, there's something here for that. You might even kind of go silent for a little while. Like, you might be quiet. You might just be, you know, pulled in that direction and just be still for a little while. And that's okay too. I feel like you have a lot of support here. I feel like there's a lot of support because dolphins are very symbolic of friendship and harmony and having fun and lightheartedness and connections, like companionships and in positive circles. So whether this is like, I'm getting like a lot of different stuff. Like, I'm getting like ancestors here, or that this could be like ancestors kind of like holding you close. And it's like that's kind of like the support you've needed. Because I'm getting a lot of solitude here. I'm not getting a lot of interactions with friends and friend groups. But you could have like one or two people around you that are just like really solid people, really good friends, who are just holding space for you right now. Or like just understand where you're at, and they're very supportive. Or these can be people who are offering some sort of like a guidance, or like a almost kind of like a mentor type of relationship, or like a guidance type of relationship, or like, but also a kinship, also like, is that the right word I'm looking for? Hold on, let me look this up. Because okay, so yeah, okay, so like a kinship is kind of, it could be that too, if it's not family directly. But if it's not people in the physical sense, this is definitely spiritual. This is definitely ancestors. This is definitely like who you connect with in that way, in that relation. And it's like, if you've been really worried about something, if you've been like really stressing about something, you've been having to like harmonize some type of energy and like transmute some type of energy for quite some time. Like, it's been quite some time you've been having to balance this, whatever this is, out and harmonize it. And I feel like even like if you have like decisions to make that are on your mind, that are weighing heavy on your mind, maybe take some time out for yourself and find some quiet time and just sit with yourself and just give yourself that those couple days to just be quiet and be still. And whatever decisions or whatever it is that you're thinking about, let those answers come to you in those times, in that time that you take for yourself. Because I feel like there could be a situation here where something is weighing heavy on someone's mind, and it's like someone needs to take a time out and like really kind of like get away from their immediate situation and go elsewhere to reflect and just kind of have a couple days off. Because I feel like whatever it is, it's like that couple days is like, it's worth those couple days. I don't know why that was so hard to like get out. There could be like a hard time communicating this need. Like, maybe it's hard to say like, hey, like, I need to start investing in myself right now in this moment. Like, I need a couple days to do this for myself. Like, you know, here we have the 8 of Pence. Okay, so, interesting. So I feel like you're working towards something. It could be material. It could be working towards a common goal. You could be strategizing, kind of like a plan towards something. And then here comes this moment where you figure something out, or something becomes clear to you. You have the Lovers. So I feel like you're letting go of things that do not serve you anymore, in terms of partnerships, relationships, toxicities. It's like, it could be friendships too, where it's like you're very selective of the people who you want to keep around you on all levels. And I feel like you're working towards this goal, this future, this vision, that's too many cards. This vision that you kind of see coming in for yourself here. But this moment of solitude is very important for whatever this is. It's kind of guiding the whole situation. Yeah, don't sabotage yourself here, because there's a need for you to take some time out and really think about something, because I feel like you could have been dealing with situations and people that have caused you a lot of stress and haven't been 100% clear, haven't been 100% like accurate. I don't know how else to put that. Not honest, not accurate. It's like situations that just, I don't know, headache. Lots of headache energy here. Where it's like, who do you trust? You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like this solitude is really important here. Because there's this underlying energy of like, I need to just kind of get away from this. This is crazy. Like, this just ain't right. So I don't know if you're dealing with people, places, or things, but it's whatever it is not on the same like wavelength that you're trying to be on. And I feel like when you take some time out, you will see that and trust it. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't gaslight your feelings. Don't gaslight those little nudges that we get. Because, you know, sometimes like that little voice, that little voice in the back of our head, it's quiet sometimes, and you really got to listen to it. And sometimes it sounds like when everyone's telling you one thing, that little voice might be telling you the opposite. And I don't know, tune into that little voice. Like, I don't know. Tune into it, because I feel like there's some, I don't know, I feel like there's some energy here where it's a lot of swords, and it's like, what is this, gossip, or is this people influencing a situation? Because there's a person over here working and being quiet, minding their own business, but then you have all these swords, and like the lovers isn't really sitting right in this situation as I'm seeing it. It's like needing that reflective solitude, but then all these swords. So it's like, is that mental energy? Is it gossip? Is it people interfering, kind of like telling you, you should be doing this, you should be doing that? When there's a big need to like focus on taking action. There's a big focus on taking action when it comes to like being in control of one's emotions, and being a master of one's emotions, and being grounded in one's emotions, and not being triggered. That's interesting. I've never really gotten that off of the King of Cups, but it's like almost like a transformative energy, because I'm not looking at this as a masculine figure. I'm looking at this as an action. I'm looking at this as a result of something. And the King of Cups isn't even focused on this energy, because they got everything that they're under control. They know they know when to give, they know when to receive. And I feel like that's where I need to leave that. So this is somebody who knows when to give and when to receive. And then, oh, we have the Four of Wands. It just fell. Let's see. Yeah, you know what you want. See, this is an energy where, yep, you have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. The Chariot. Yeah. transformation. This has a lot to do with Pluto, Wheel of Fortune, the Tower at the top of the deck. There's a lot of Pluto energy here with this. I feel like in order to kind of figure something out here, take some time out for yourself, and then something's going to start clicking. And you're going to start to see something very clearly, but it's not quite here yet. So have some patience, because you're going to figure something out. You have your eye on the goal. And it's like, you know what you want. You know what you want. But you have to get to this point of mastering this energy that could be very triggering. It's very deceptive. It's very deceptive. But it's like, you're like, you know what? I see something else. Because this solitude, this taking time out and going somewhere, being quiet, that's going to get you to this point. And you're going to be like, I don't even need to focus on this because I'm looking at this. And this is what you're focused on. Now, if I want to look at this the other way around, I see an energy where somebody has taken time out again, focused on themselves, is letting go of bad behaviors, working on themselves, working towards mastering the emotional self, working towards a goal, and that is to find some sort of stability, working together on a situation. I don't see another person here, but it's like the vision of working and planning something out after a time period of solitude, after a time period of being quiet, and this is a very guided time period, because it's like a needed time period to really cut through some weird stuff that's going on here, where it's a lot of people from the past I get this vibe off of, which I don't normally see that, but the way that this is positioned, I'm seeing a lot of like past social influences, maybe like just maybe not great friends, like, you know, not real healthy people in terms of like emotional health or, you know, all that stuff. And this is somebody who chose to take time out, who chose to focus on work to build a better future away from this like deceptive type of energy. But it's like knowing when to walk away from a situation, knowing when to give, when not to give. So it looks pretty good. This is positive energy. But this is like a deciding, like this is like taking action after maybe a time period of not. And so this could still be in the planting of the seed phase, and this could be kind of down the line. But again, that solitude is very important. It's going to lead to some type of clarity on a situation. And it could be something just social, where it's like it just requires emotional, like it just pushes you a little bit further past your limits to just grow a little bit more. And you're like, you know what, I'm going to just walk away from that. That does not serve me. I'm not even going to focus on it. I'm going to focus on all this, because when I went within, this is what I saw for myself. This is what I envisioned for myself. Not all of this, but this. Do we have an advice card? Okay. That was a lot of cards that fell out. I definitely feel like there's this energy of needing to keep moving. Like, stay in motion. Stay moving. Page of Wands. Don't be afraid to try new things. The Page of Wands. Don't be afraid to try new things. Go after new things. Try new things. Look at things with the excitement, with, like, fresh eyes. You know? Because sometimes, like, when things are going on, we're just, like, we get bogged down by it, and we're like, alright, you know. But the page is young, it's fresh. And I get, this as being, like, advice is, like, approach something with fresh eyes. Approach something with fresh energy. And that's where I feel like this solitude, this need to kind of get away for a little while, I feel like that's going to give you the ability to come in with this fresh energy. It's going to help you feel more grounded in a situation. But don't be afraid to try new things. Yep. So I think that's all I'm getting. So I'm going to leave this video where it's at, and I'm going to come back with the others. So I hope that helps. I'm trying to see if I can get any, like, last minute messages for the video. Yeah, no, I hope this helped. I hope that this message, you know, resonates with who it needs to resonate with. So thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon.